Hi everybody, my name is Lorna Chapman and I'm bringing you desk yoga for park yoga shorts. As you can see, I'm inside rather than out in the garden or in the park. This is because I'm assuming that you'll be practicing your exercises at your desk. However, you don't have to, you can do them anywhere. They can be done seated or standing. In fact, some of them will be standing. If you find anything doesn't suit you, then please stop and rest. The session's going to be very gentle, so you'll probably be okay. If you have any injuries, please make sure that you look after yourself in that respect. Okay, we're going to start by standing up. So if you've been sitting at your desk for a little while, this is great. Stand yourself up and have a really good shake. So we can shake out the arms, shake out the legs, okay? And brilliant. Shake off your morning so far or your afternoon so far. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up, and then exhale, let go. Let's do that again. Inhale. And exhale. Great. So we'll start by sitting ourselves back down. Move back a little bit from your desk so you've got a bit of space in front of you for now. And also have your feet, if possible, planted flat on the floor. So we're going to start by placing the hands on the thighs and moving forwards on the chair to allow you to place your feet flat so you're not leaning against the chair back. Close your eyes for a moment and feel the sensation of the feet on the floor and the hands on your thighs. Listen to how you feel right now in this moment. So tuning in, if you like, to the essence of you. Noticing your energy levels and your mood. Be aware of any niggles, any areas of tightness. Just notice these things. And then tune into your natural breathing, the natural ebb and flow of the breath. Should be quite shallow right now because we're not exerting ourselves. Just notice this. And then release any tension in the jaw. This might mean opening the mouth very slightly. Allow your shoulders to relax away from your ears. Then we're going to breathe a bit more deeply through the nose. So nice deep breath in and out. And as you breathe, you may notice a sound that the breath makes, perhaps a little bit louder on the exhale. It might be that it's only loud enough for you to hear, that's fine. Notice the length and the quality of the inhale, and notice the length and the quality of the exhale. Notice whether the inhale feels easier or the exhale feels easier, or maybe the two are the same. Can we bring it so that the two are the same in length? So we're inhaling for the same amount of counts as we exhale. So for example, you may count in 2, 3, 4, and out 2, 3, 4. You don't even have to count. You can just know that it feels roughly the same as you breathe in as when you breathe out. And then bring your breath back to normal and open your eyes. So we've centered ourselves and prepared ourselves for our short desk yoga practice. We're going to begin by releasing a little bit through the shoulders. These are favourite tight areas, as I'm sure you're aware. Relax your hands down by your side. You may need to shuffle forward so you don't touch the chair. And we're going to breathe in and bring the shoulders right up to the ears. And then exhale through the mouth and let go. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale. One more. Inhale, shoulders up. And let go. Great. And then roll your shoulders forwards as you inhale, up and then back and down as you exhale. Inhale, shoulders forwards and up. Exhale, shoulders back and down. So you may hear a little bit of crunching in your own shoulders. I should imagine no one else can hear this. Keep going like that. You can change it, placing your hands onto your shoulders. Bigger circles, lifting the elbows up and back. If this suits your shoulders, nice big circles. So as we do this, we're releasing into the shoulder joints and opening into the front of the shoulders and also opening the heart center. As you continue to do this, can you think about engaging your abdominals? Let's bring the hands down. Draw the belly button back towards the spine. Sit up tall. Bring your hands back to your shoulders. Let's roll again. Great. And then roll forwards. Well done. Bring your hands back down. Just notice how you feel and allow the shoulders to relax away from the ears. So let's now think about, we've released the shoulders. If we can strengthen this area, which I mentioned just now, it almost gives the shoulders, the upper part of the body, permission to relax and to let go. Okay. So sitting up nice and tall, imagine that we've drawn or we've zipped up from the pubic bone all the way up towards the belly button. And we're drawing those abdominals inwards towards the spine. Now, if you draw in very, very strongly, it's impossible really to maintain for very long. So just a gentle zip up, lifting if you can in the pelvic floor perineum area. So it's a lift in the base of the body. Okay, allow the shoulders and the jaw to relax. Often as we concentrate, we do tense up the jaw. So just maybe give your jaw a little bit of movement side to side. Great. Okay. So we're going to see if we can maintain that. If you need to relax every now and then, that's fine. This is a useful way to sit when you're at your desk. Okay. Sitting up, nice and tall. We're going to inhale the arms upwards. As we do this, we want to maintain that engagement in the belly so that we don't arch the back. As we draw the abdominals in, we can lengthen that tailbone. So reach up towards the ceiling and then bring your right hand down and take the hand to the edge of the chair and just lift the left arm up. As you exhale again, we can come into a gentle side bend using the chair for support, opening into the side. We're going to pause here and direct the breath into this left side. Maybe even looking up in front of that upper arm. Feeling an expansion in the side of the waist and the rib cage, keeping both feet firmly planted down. On the next inhale, come back up, bring that right arm up, lengthen. And then exhale, bring your left hand down, reaching over, keeping your feet nice and flat, sit bones grounded, and look up if your neck is comfortable in front of the upper arm, and direct the breath into this right side here. So some deep breaths again, in and out through the nose. Inhaling next, bring both arms up towards the ceiling, reach up, great. And I'd like you to clasp your hands and place them on the head, relaxing the shoulders away from your ears. And then turn the palms upwards, the hands are still clasped, and keep your little fingers and your thumbs inwards. Inhaling next, reach the hands up. You may find you can't lift very high without lifting the shoulders. So keeping the shoulders relaxed, press the palms up, see how it feels. You might find that they're straight, you might find that they're forwards, that's okay. If you're able to take the arms back and keep the shoulders down, wonderful. So stretching into the inner arms and the inner hands, palms of the hands, keeping the little finger, thumbs in. Keeping the breath nice and free. Let's take some deeper breaths here, in and out through the nose. Also keeping The abdominals gently drawn back to the spine. Let's release our hands out to the sides now with the fingers pointing upwards and the base of the hands down. And press the heel or the base of the hands away. Press away. You may feel a tingling sensation. This is because we're stretching into the nerves a little bit as well as the muscles. So it's a bit of a neural stretch. Turn the palms forwards now. Reach away into the fingertips as much as you can. Then turn your hands back from the wrists and press again into the heel of the hands. Using the strength in the upper back, we're going to draw those shoulder blades towards each other so that the fingertips go towards each other, opening the front of the shoulders, engaging those abdominals. So really opening the front of the shoulders, the chest, stretching the arms. Quite a lot going on here. I'm going to bring the hands back to neutral and then bring them forwards, clasp them together here, okay? And we're going to now round the back, so draw the belly button back, round the back, drop your chin in and make space between the shoulder blades. Shoulders down away from your ears. Inhaling next, sit back up. And once more we're going to turn the palms forwards and press them forwards at shoulder height. So pressing the hands towards me at shoulder height. Shoulders away from the ears, belly button drawn in. Nice long back now. So again, still stretching into the inner arms and the hands. And perhaps a little bit between the shoulder blades. Great. From here, try just dropping your chin in towards your chest. Just starting to stretch into the back of the neck and into the top of the shoulders a little bit too. Bring your chin back to neutral. Okay. And we're going to reach the arms up. One more time, lengthen. And then release the hands and float them all the way down. Well done. And then roll out through your shoulders again. It's a really nice way to start to just release that really tight bit of the body. Next, we're going to come into a twist using our chair. So breathe in and reach your arms up again. As you exhale, we're going to all turn to the right and bring the left hand to the outside of the right leg. And then your right hand can go behind you onto the chair, or maybe the side of the chair, or maybe the middle of the chair. Breathe in, lift, and breathing out, twist. Keeping the feet flat on the floor. Inhale, lengthen, exhaling, twist. Look over your right shoulder and draw that right shoulder back. Inhaling next, turn back to the center, bring the arms up. And then exhale, turn the other way. Right hand to the outside of that left leg. Breathe in to lengthen, breathing out to twist. Turning your head, if it suits your neck, to look over your left shoulder. Drawing that left shoulder back as much as is comfortable. Slowly turn back to face me. Reach your arms up. One more time, lengthen, lengthen. And then float the hands down. And this time we're going to take both hands to the back of the chair. And do, if your back's comfortable, you can do a little back bend here. So I'm going to turn, imagine my hands are now on the back of my chair, just so you can see. Hands on the back of the chair, draw the shoulder blades towards each other, lift the chest, lift the chin a little bit. And imagine that someone's just placing their fingertips between the shoulder blades to lift and open that part of the body. Great. And then come back to neutral. Fantastic. Hands now on your thighs. We're going to counterpose that with a seated forward bend. So slide your hands forwards, forwards, forwards. Coming over the thighs, down towards the legs. You might find you need to stay here and bring your hands onto your thighs. That's absolutely fine. Or maybe you're going to go all the way down. It depends on your back and how flexible you are and how you're feeling. If you're right down, allow the head to release down too. Maybe move your head gently from side to side. Maybe nod it a little bit. And this will help free up the neck. And then slowly Slide yourself all the way back up. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Okay, great. So when we're sitting at the desk, okay, we tend to think about desk yoga as serving the upper body, which it does primarily. However, we don't want to neglect the rest of the body, the legs and the ankles. Okay, so what we can do now is, and you can do this with your legs a bit lower if you like, but for practical reasons, I'm going to turn and lift up my right leg. I'm going to turn the ankle. So circle the ankle 3 times one way and 3 times the other way. Because when we sit at our desks, we can really get a bit puffy in the legs and the ankles. So keeping this same leg, if you've got it lifted like this, great, you can have it lower down. Okay, we're going to straighten that leg, or partly straighten it, so you only come to here, and then bend it in. So you can really bring the thigh close to your chest, and then straighten it. You don't have to do that. You can do it like this, okay, which is a lot more accessible. So drawing the leg in and out. So breathing in and out. In and out. And again, remember, you can keep it really low if you wish. Let's bring that foot down and swap sides. So left leg up, take the hand around the back of the thigh, circle the ankle 3 times one way, 3 times the other way. See if you can stay sitting up tall as you do this. So if you find you can lift your leg but you're rounding your back, then you might need to lower it down a bit. So inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and then we bring that foot back down. Great. Okay. Another great exercise we can do for the legs is a seated version of our pigeon. So if we take the right leg and cross it over the left thigh, make sure that your ankle bones are not digging into the thigh, just because that's really uncomfortable. And we're going to sit up tall. So again, alternate slight angle. Sitting up tall here, place one hand on your ankle or foot and the other hand on your knee. And think about lengthening your spine, once more engage your abdominals. And we're going to hinge forwards from the hips. Now you may find that just coming to here, hardly moving, really gives you a good stretch down that outer right thigh. You may also feel it on the inner right thigh, okay? So opening the hips, releasing the outer hips too. Flex your right foot, and maybe bring your hand to the outside of it. We're going to hinge forwards as far as is comfortable and hold. So you may think, well, I'm not going any further, that's fine. You might find you can come all the way to here. Nice and long with the breath, and nice and long with the spine. So imagine that your hips are being drawn back. Shoulders keep drawing away from the ears. We don't want to round forwards like this. Okay, we want to keep nice and long, opening the area that we just worked on. This is just one version of a seated pigeon. On your next inhale, let's lift up. Fantastic. And bring that right foot down. And we'll do that again on the other side, of course. So left leg up. Just get yourself comfortable. That right foot needs to be grounded onto the floor. So shuffle forwards if you need to. Maybe flex the foot. This just increases the stretch. And notice how it feels this side, because very often we'll feel it more one side than the other. And that goes for all of our exercises, but I think pigeon is highlighted perhaps more than some of the others. So hinging forwards, notice how it feels. Make sure your back is nice and long. Draw your shoulder blades away from your ears. But above all, breathe. Keep your face relaxed as you breathe, as you hold this position. Slowly lift all the way up, bring your foot down, and you can turn to face me. And we're going to do just one thing, standing up. And we're going to use the desk as a prop. For practical reasons, I'm going to use my radiator because you won't see me otherwise. So I'm going to stand myself up, turn sideways, and take your hands onto your desk, and you're going to aim to keep your back as long as possible and walk the feet back so that your feet are under your hips. Now you may only come to here. You may find that you can bring your shoulders in line with your hips, making for a nice horizontal spine. You can bend your knees if it's too much in the back of the legs. And what I'd like you to do is to take some deep breaths here. And imagine that you're breathing into the sides of the body, expanding the sides of the body and lengthening the spine, opening up the hamstrings too. Keeping the ears in line with the upper arms. And to come out of this, you're going to walk slowly back towards your desk. Stand up tall. Great. We'll sit ourselves down again for the rest of the exercises. Okay, so our hands and fingers, these are often neglected even though we rely on them for everything that we do, particularly our desk work. So let's start by clasping our hands again, and we're going to do a kind of wave motion like this, okay? And it's not a precise thing, so the elbows come apart and then together. You can get yourself into a bit of a rhythm, so it's just starting to warm up a little bit more into the hands. Still moving the shoulders and elbows, of course, which is great. And then can you do it the other way? Which sometimes takes a little bit of thought. Again, don't worry if you find it a bit hard to coordinate. Bring the hands down. And we're just going to wiggle the fingers, simple, wiggle the fingers, and then splay them out wide, stretching into the fingers, and then bring them in, not too tightly. Out wide, and then in. Out wide, and then in. And then take your forefinger to your thumb. And then take your middle finger to your thumb, ring finger, little finger, and then back again. Ring finger, middle finger, forefinger. And you can do that fast. Okay? Great. The other thing, wiggling those fingers again, the other thing we can do is create a little bit more space between each finger. To do this, take your right hand like this, and your right hand's now your prop for your left hand. Take your left hand and take the two fingers apart and press them gently between the hand like that, and you can just move up and down. So just creating space, keeping the space between the fingers flexible. Great for your typing. And you can see I'm moving my wrist up and down a little bit as well to keep the wrist moving. Next finger along. If you wear a lot of rings, you might find it easy to take them off for this actually. And then next finger on, so little finger and ring finger. Let's do that the other side. So, right hand across left hand, up and down. Again, moving the wrist a little bit more perhaps. Middle finger to ring finger. You notice that it's easier for some fingers than for others. And that last one. Great. Okay. And then let's just circle the wrists. Circling with really light fists here. We're not clenching the hands. Change directions. Great. Well done. And then just take one hand forward, so right hand forwards, let the fingers release down. So the forearms, we find that these muscles get quite tight with our typing. So take your left hand and gently draw the back of the hand towards you, so the base of the hand comes forwards. So gently stretching into the forearm muscles. Release, and then take the hand the other way, so lifting the fingers upwards. And then back down again. And then back up. Release that hand down, give it a little shake. And we'll do the other side. So left hand Just relax the hand down and gently draw the back of the hand towards you. So the wrist is pressing forwards. And then lift the fingers up. Back down again. And back up. Great. Give the hands a little bit of a shake. Okay. Wiggle through those fingers. Place your hands down onto your thighs. Just a little bit of upper back and neck work before we finish. So this is a great one. If you just hook your thumbs together as if you're creating wings with your hands. I don't know if you ever did that as a child. Okay, we're going to reach the fingers forwards and press them forwards. Draw the abdominals in and keep your back nice and long. You should feel something going on now in your upper back. Keep your chin in. So what we don't want is the head to go forwards. Draw the chin back slightly. Maybe imagine you're trying to give yourself a double chin or even a triple chin. Keep breathing. Release. And then cross your hands the other way, which might feel a bit weird. I find it really strange to cross my thumbs the other way. So reaching forwards like you're trying to touch something in front of you, maybe the wall, with your fingertips. And you're also pulling the thumbs apart. So pulling the thumbs apart, not literally, that's the feeling, and pushing the hands forwards. And then release down. Just roll out through the shoulders. After that, hands on the thighs. And we're going to sit up nice and tall. And imagine someone's got a bit close to you. And you, again, need to draw your chin back in towards your chest. Not right down, but in like this. And then relax. So I'm going to exaggerate this now. If you're sitting like this, which you're probably not, we're going to draw the chin back through neutral and further back. Okay, so back to neutral. Breathe in and then breathe out. Draw the chin in. Hold it there. And then we're back to neutral. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Draw the chin back. And then come back to neutral. What we're aiming to do is have the top of the head floating above the tailbone, shoulders above the hips. So with that in mind, we're going to breathe in, keeping the spine long, breathe out and drop your chin towards your chest. Slowly. On the next inhale, roll your head around so that your right ear rests towards your right shoulder. We're going to hold it here. And what we really don't want to do is to tilt over. So keeping those shoulders square, keeping the spine long. You may be now aware of this left side. You can take your left hand and reach it away. Notice that does increase that feeling of length in the side of the neck. Breathing normally. Slowly turn your chin now in towards that right shoulder, as if you're trying to look underneath your armpit or towards your right shoulder pad. This changes the emphasis of that stretch. Keep breathing normally now, noticing where you're feeling it. Bring your left hand back to your knee and very slowly roll your chin back to the centre. And then slowly as you inhale next, roll your left ear towards your left shoulder. You can stay here or take your right hand out to the right. Noticing how it feels this side in comparison to the other side. And then slowly turn your chin in towards that left shoulder. So looking at your left shoulder. Keep reaching away with that right hand if you're doing that. Reaching away the hand, remember, is optional. Bring your hand back to your knee. Very slowly roll your chin back to the centre. And next time you inhale, lift the chin back to neutral. I'd like you to finish with a very simple breathing exercise. We're not going to lie down and do Shavasana. I'd just like you to close your eyes and again tune into your natural breathing. Be aware once more of the feet and the hands pressing down into the floor and the thighs. Begin to deepen your breath now. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Breath again is equal length inhale and exhale. Internally take your attention to your tailbone. As you inhale, imagine that you're drawing a thread of breath through the centre of the body, through the spine, all the way up to the top of the head. And as you exhale, follow that thread back down again from the top of the head to the tailbone. So nice, slow inhale, up, and a slow exhale down. At the end of the next long exhale, bring your breath back to normal. Once more, tune in to the natural breath. Notice how you feel. When you're ready, open your eyes. Take your arms out wide, inhaling, bring them up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bring your hands down into the heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Those are exercises that you can come back to time and time again, and there are in fact many more that you can do just at your desk. Enjoy the rest of your day.